What is up, Eastern Oregon? This is Dodzy, and this is your sports show for Wednesday, October 26th, 2022. This is all brought to you by Hobby Habit right here in LeGrand. If you need anything for your hobby needs, go see them. They have Traxxas RC. They have table games. They have Legos. They have a huge selection of STEM products for learning. Hobby Habit, just for the fun of it, right here in LeGrand, 411 First Street. Show today is going to be quick. LeGrand High School Volleyball won their playing game last night against Stayton. Awesome job, ladies. Let's go. We have soccer playoffs coming up for the high school, both girls and boys. We have football playoffs coming up. We are going to stream the home football game, so be prepared for that. EOU football won homecoming this weekend against Montana Northern, 37-0. It was awesome. Men's soccer up at EOU won both of their games. They have senior night coming up this weekend, and I'm going to have a few of the seniors on the show towards the end of the week, so pay attention. I'm also going to have a couple EOU volleyball players and a couple of EOU women's soccer players in honor of senior night. My guests for today, I always interview them on Tuesdays. That's coming out a day late today, but we're going to talk about this big 37-0 win. We finally got in the win column, and it was awesome. He's Tim Camp. Here it is. We're coming off of homecoming weekend here in LeGrand. 37-0 win over Montana Northern. That had to feel good.
That felt real good, and to be able to see so many guys come back that I've coached that care a lot, from the golf scramble to the bonfire to the homecoming parade, the ribbon cutting. It was just a great day for those guys to be able to come back, and really all alumni to be able to put a product on the field that the alumni can be proud of. So I was super excited for our guys and for everybody that came back. It's always good to see them.
Yeah, the shutout was huge. I mean, like,
oh yeah, no.
I was talking with, I don't remember what player it was somebody after the game, and I can't put an exact name to it, but and this isn't a direct quote, but he said basically, us beating them 37-0 let us know that we're in the same group as everybody else because we kicked the shit out of them too.
Yeah, it's one of those things where a couple plays go a different way. It's all about us making plays, And was it clean out there that day? No, it wasn't, right? But the kids played extremely hard. When you can hold people to minus yards rushing, and you can throw some trick plays in, and it all works, right? It's all, everybody's hey, everything's good. But you really got to go back and you got to watch the film, and then you got to watch the effort. I thought we had extremely great effort out there all day. Execution was cleaner, and sometimes when you play a team that struggles, right? And it was kind of what I talked to you guys about the year before or the week before. Is we went up to Northern. Yeah, we were in my opinion, and we were a better team that year, but we also didn't execute. We just thought we're going to show up and win, and then. So I was super proud of this group of guys that went out there, and they were determined to win this game. They weren't looking at the scoreboard. They were determined to make plays, and they were determined to play hard and fast. And then the product on the field really showed at the end of the game. And I told them, hey, you guys won. It's 38-0 or 37-0, and hey, good job. And it felt really, really good to be able to come in the locker room and to be able to thank these guys, and how much I appreciate the fact that I told them, I said, you could have sacked your bats a long time ago. You didn't do that, right? And Mounties don't quit. Mounties win homecoming games, right? So that was awesome for me to be able to just say thank you to them.
Speaking of rushing, it's the first time all year we've had somebody over 100 yards on the ground.
Right. Yeah, we actually ran the ball really, really well against Rocky Mountain. I think that we ran the ball well against Northern. I think that there was a lot more out there. I think the emphasis is being more creative offensively and not just, hey, here's what we do. Here's a ball. Let's go play. I think those are all key things as you start building a game plan for somebody. And it's going to be key this week. We just can't go in there and you think that, hey, we're going to be able to run inside zone stretch and pin pull toss and without trying to be creative in how we do it. So you probably saw a few different looks, a few different sets for us. And we're going to continue continue to do those things. It's an advantage in the box for us, and when people want to load the box up and here you sit and you're just trying to run your stuff, that doesn't work normally in football. So that's why we're going to continue to be creative in really every aspect of the game. And, we're going to swing for the fences and everything that we got. And really, again, to put a product on the field that these guys we can be successful, put them in a position to be successful. Right. You got to learn to adapt to your players. Right? Hey, this guy's good here, or hey, maybe he might be a little bit better in this spot right here. And once you adapt your players and be able to create something for them, I think that's when you will see success. And it's really good when you have the best team, and we've been there before. Hey, go run inside zone. They can't stop you, right? But when you have good players, but you're not creative, that creates a problem for me. So again, you're going to see some different things, and you're going to be able to see get different guys in some different areas, and I think that's going to be huge for the success moving forwards. And the evaluation process that I've been going through all year, right, to make sure that we're doing everything from a coaching standpoint, also to a player standpoint, to our locker rooms, to classes, all of this stuff gets evaluated every single day.
Yeah, with 3 games left, I mean, I would assume down the stretch we're going to see more of Aiden Patterson at 8.3 yards per carry, man. I mean,
yeah, we're really trying to build that, being able to coach. I've taken over the running backs. I've been bringing them into my room with the offensive line to try and so there's a lot more yards out there. I do believe, right? To be able to see things is key for a running back. And, quite frankly, I probably should have been coaching the running backs and the offensive line all together all year long, right? And but to be able to bring them in and show them, hey, you know what, here's where your eye's at, but this is where the cut's at. I think it is super important moving forwards. So yeah, I think you're going to get a chance to see more of him. I think that there's a couple other guys that you'll be able to see and maybe some different spots, but at the same time, super pleased and impressed with how he ran the ball. And he's one of those guys, you give him the ball, he can break it at any time. So that's great to see.
And then a huge game for my boy Parker Robinson.
Let's go.
We talked about him last week.
We talked about him last week. He's building. He
is.
Is he there yet? No. But at the same time, to be able to watch, and those are things that I knew that he was capable of doing. He threw a touchdown pass, ran for a touchdown. He's another kid. He's a play away from breaking something and being pretty special at it. And I like how he's owning, his role. He's I've been able to the last, but right before Rocky Week, I started introducing this Wildcat package and trying to build off of it a little bit, each week. And, we still got more to add, and as he can continue to accept it and be great at it, that package can really begin to expand, and we can do a great job with him. And I got Colton Kesey back there; he's actually taking some snaps at Wildcat. So I got a couple guys that, hey, you know what, they feel kind of special because it's we're building the package around them, which they should. It's a credit to them that they've done enough to be able to show that I trust them with the ball, and I'll continue to build that package and let them go run and throw and do the things that they need to do. But super proud of Parker.
I like it. I think it's a good look. I really do. Defensively, it seemed like in the last few weeks the air was kind of out of the defense, but this Saturday, I mean, the energy was there.
You finally got a chance to see Gabe Shuckle play ball like I know how
finally.
He can play. That was exciting. I think that we had a lot of guys. It was pretty boring in the back end for our DBs, but at the same time, being able to continue to step up and make plays, play after play, and not get lulled to sleep because they were going to run misdirection or counter, or they're going to run inside zone, or the tail of the tape is when they start faking it, on their punt team or on their force recon. And for us to be at home, I thought that was a sign of discipline. I thought that was a sign that they were locked in the game. So again, very proud of our defense to be able to continue to kind of be on that edge, but not over the edge.
Yeah, Shuckle gets held a lot.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the tape. I've watched it. I mean, he gets held a lot.
Yeah, so it was finally really. He just went out and played, and I brought him in my office last night, and I said, hey, you know what? I finally saw what I knew I was going to see. So keep it up, and I think that he realizes that he can be a difference maker and he can be a factor in each and every game. So super proud of him as well.
Yeah, I think we had 6 sacks in that game.
Oh, we probably have more than that. It's just, yeah, there's a lot of people
on the stat sheet. I think it
yeah,
says 6.
There's a lot of people running free out there. I know that.
Oh, Moses got through a couple times.
Yep.
Solo got through and just
Yep.
absolutely hammered that. That
Yep.
quarterback had a rough day.
Yeah, I was. He gained my respect.
He's tough.
He got up every time, and a couple times I thought he'd lay there and he didn't. And I thought they played hard too. They were doing their thing, and it's tough. Been there, done that, but at the same time, to be able to watch those guys, the quarterback gained my respect. He's a tough kid.
Who'd you bring in to talk to the team?
I brought in Justin Hernandez and Dawson Franks, former Mountie.
Yeah,
they did a good job. They got them riled up right before the game, and we went out there and just I thought it was really, really good to be able to have somebody else's voice basically saying the same thing, Yeah. And they've been through many homecomings. They've been through the locker room multiple times, and I thought that it was a really, really good message. And then to be able to go out there and do what we did and how we played and played our style of football, I thought was a great day for the alumni. It was great to have them all back.
It was just a good day for Mounties, period.
Yes, sir.
Moving forward, this Saturday we make the long trip to Carroll, right?
Yeah.
We lost it was a nail biter at home to them. It was a really close game. What are we telling the guys going into that game on Saturday?
I think the big thing is to finish offensively. I think that was one thing. We come out and we were hot in the first half, and they went to a different secondary look on us, and we didn't adapt to it. Right, it took us a couple series, and once you play a team that likes to run the ball, you play a team that likes to run the power of the counters, the inside zone. It limits your possessions. Especially as the game wears on. And I think to be able to keep the ball out of their hands is going to be key. I think to be able to sustain drives by us will enable us to do that. But we also there's explosive plays that are out there that we need to be able to take advantage of, and that's the quarterback position. That's the offensive line. I think the offensive line is playing a lot better. And I thought they played well against Rocky Mountain. I thought they played well against Northern, and we got to continue to build that. We got about 6, 7, 8 guys that take reps, but we need to raise our game. This is a high pressure defense, that will give you a lot of different looks, and I thought they adapted to it well in the first game. But at the same time, that's the first game. We got a couple different wrinkles that we're going to show them, and hey, like I said, we're going to swing for the fences. These next 3 games, we got nothing to lose. We got everything to gain. So we're going to go out there and we're going to do everything. But to be able to do that, you got to practice well. You got to practice like you want to play, and you got to travel well. It's a business trip. Once you get up there, you got to do the things that you're capable of doing, and it's a lot easier to do those things if you practice that way or if you prepare that way, so then it just becomes second nature. So that's what we're talking to. 1% better each day, 1% better each rep. What can you do that's going to help us become better? Right. That's the key. And that's not just players, but that's coaches. That's our janitorial service. That's everybody. That's everybody.
Best janitor in the country up there.
In the country, Shane, man.
Shane, he's the man.
I try to make his job very, very easy.
One more person that I want to give some love to because I think that he's a difference maker is JJ, man, on special teams. That dude has been every time there's a big play on special teams, he's somewhere in that picture.
Yeah, JJ actually won Special Forces of the Week, right?
Of course he did. Yeah.
I told him, I looked him in the eye in front of the team and I said, hey, you know what? Every time that I call it up into the box on Saturday and I see that you're in there, it makes me feel good. I don't worry about it, right?
100%.
You got him. I don't worry about the snaps. I got Walker. I mean, there's guys that are doing their jobs that kind of go unseen, but they make me feel really, really good when I see them in the huddle, ready to go out there because I know that they're going to try and make a play. They're going to try and do their job. To be able to snap the ball and go down and cover it. At Rocky Mountain when they were leading the conference in punt returns and kickoff, punt returns, to be able to have a guy on point like Walker does, or to have JJ coming off the edge, doing those type of things. Those are unsung heroes, right? But to be able to look them in the eye and know that they're right there, that's why JJ won the Special Forces Player of the Game. I was super excited.
It seems like every single punt, he's somewhere near the punter. And it's not like he's going around blockers. He's taking the blocker on the edge on.
And sometimes we're not even trying to block him. He's just winning. He's one-on-one.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, which is crazy. Really, really good. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got Carroll this weekend with three games left. I mean, all conference opponents. One at home, C of I, we get a chance at them,
Let's
and then
go.
we go to Southern.
Yep.
And I mean, there's a realistic chance that I think we can end up with 4 wins.
I think we're taking them one at a time, but what's on our practice schedule today is I'm counting the Pacific Northwest Christian scrimmage as a win for our program. I'm counting the win at Northern a win. Our goal is to go 3-0 right now, okay? And then try to go 4-0 and then go 5-0. You know what I mean? So we got to practice like we want to play, though. I think that's so important. You got to lift weights with an attitude. You got to be in the math lab with an attitude, and again, try to get 1% better every single time you do something. I think that's going to help our football program without a doubt.
Well, great job on Saturday.
Thank you.
Eastern Oregon. He's EOU head football coach Tim Camp. I'm Dodzy. I appreciate you, Coach Camp.
I appreciate you. I thank everybody that came out to the homecoming. Super supportive, and couldn't have done it without you.
Thanks, Coach Camp. I appreciate it. Always appreciate our talks. Pay attention. Towards the end of the week, I'm going to have 3 EOU football players on. It's a surprise who, but you're going to enjoy it. None of this is possible without Hobby Habit right here in LeGrand. 411 First Street. If you have any hobby needs, go check out Hobby Habit just for the fun of it right here in LeGrand. Eastern Oregon, that's all I got for you on a Wednesday. Hump day. I appreciate you. I'm Dodzy, and I'm out.